Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Amigos, welcome to the Embarrassment of Pandas. As always, I am your host, Rion, the Sad Panda, and today, as promised, we are looking at this beautiful game that I've been playing for a considerable period of time, the Cycle Frontier. The servers have been down for a period of time because the game just went from about averaging 200 to 400 players to over thousands as the main streamers have picked this up. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, we're gonna get straight into this. This guide is specifically for newer people. We're gonna look at a couple of basic tips in terms of what do you need to keep, what don't you need to keep, where can you find these items. Now, very safe first and foremost before we even start. An item that you do not need if you go into your inventory is this mineral scanner. Boom, chuck it out. 10 kilograms. It is a waste of money and it is a waste of time. Just sell it. You can easily find the minerals by just running around the map and getting to know the map better. Nickel you can literally find anywhere. Velocite is at the bottom of any waterfall. You just run on a map. If you see a waterfall and you need Velocite, you just go straight to it. That's a free bonus tip for you. Now you can see in my inventory, you look at this and you see all of these items and you think to yourself, what the hell do I need to keep and what I don't need to keep? Because this is a massive backpack. You will start off with a very small backpack where you can basically pick up 5 or 6 items that weigh about 10 kilograms each, and you're gonna be full. So what do you need? My specification in terms of what I believe are some of the most critical items that you are gonna need in those very first couple of levels are the 4 items that I have selected here in this order. You can see rank as a spinal base, we've got a strider flesh, we've got metal scrap, and we've got smart mesh. Why is this important? You see the safe pocket here at the top. Anything that you put in your safe pocket, if you die, you do not lose that. So to increase the size of your safe pocket, because it normally starts off at 5 kilograms, mine is at 20 already, you need these items in here. Spinal bases and strider flesh are pretty easy to come by, but a lot of people are looking for it because you need to use this a lot for those first couple of levels. It is pretty heavy as well, strider flesh, so if you pick it up, but do not get greedy, pick up 3 or 4 by basically killing a couple of striders. You get out, you rinse and repeat, and you upgrade not only your stash size but your safe pocket size. Scrap metal, you need it for a lot of early quests, and not only that, but as you upgrade your hideout, which we will go to now, which is known in this game as your quarters, you need a lot of scrap metal. The most valuable item in the very beginning of the game, you can ask anybody that basically looks at this, is smart mesh. My man, if you find smart mesh, you stuff it in your butt pocket, boom, and you get the hell out of there. If you cannot stuff it in your butt pocket because it's too small, get the hell out. I don't care if it's the first item that you pick up on the map. It is extremely hard to come by. On the normal map, there's 2 maps, normal and hard. Normal map is extremely difficult. Because there are so many players looking for it, it's one of the first items that you need to upgrade your safe pocket. Get it and get out. I will show you in a little bit where to find it. On the normal map, it is basically a luck of the draw of where you can find it. On the hard map, there is a lot of spots where you can actually go and have a look. Yes, there's going to be players that are probably a little bit more geared, but it is worth the risk. Let's get into it. So we've just launched into the hard map. Let me show you straight off the bat. Be wary that everybody can see you land, so you might be attacked within a couple of seconds of landing. Those are active bullets of people actually shooting. If I click on the map, if you are looking for metal scrap and scrap metals, the best place to try and find this is up here north at the Starport landing pad. This section up here where my mouse is currently, and I'll make a more in-depth video of actually going to loot these, is where you can find a ton of mesh. You don't need to find it in boxes, it's thrown everywhere. Metal scrap, this is the place to go and look for it. You can see there's a lot of verticality in the map. Be mindful that this is a absolute slaughterfest to find these stuff. So just be wary in the starport warehouse and even in the starport admin, but the main one, look like right here on the north where my mouse is, for mesh and metallic scrap. So if we look at the next set of tier items that you acquire once you've sort of gotten into the game, about 10 hours, you've upgraded a few items, now you're getting to that level 3, 4. These are the items that you are going to need, and you're going to need a lot of it. Textiles, polymetallic, you're going to need nickel. Yes, you're going to need nickel, and you're going to need a lot of it, and I'll show you now. And the fourth item that you will require, very simple, very easy, is salvaged insulation. Why? Because you can basically at this time only buy a basic backpack. I promise you, you fill that thing with 5 items and you can't fit in anymore. So to get bigger backpacks, you need K-marks, which is the equivalent of rubles in Tarkov, so money that you can earn. But then you need items, as you can see here, that you need to craft this. Not only this, again, armor, it goes from basically common, which is white, then you get green, which is uncommon, you get rare, legendary is like orange, and then you get epic. Or even the most basic armor, you need nickel. You need a lot of it. You can see everything requires nickel. If you go down to blue, it requires altered nickel, it requires brittle titan ore. Don't worry too much about it, as you will pick it up along the way, but this is what you are going to require. Those items are so valuable after you've done your initial upgrade. Textiles, you're gonna need this polymetallic, you're gonna need nickel, and you're gonna need salvage insulation. Pick it up. Still picking up all of these because those initial quests you can do over and over and over. So next in line, we are looking at factions and basically quest for factions to gain rep. If we press G, you'll see these are the 3 quests that I have. You can only have 1 quest per faction running at any given time, so 3 in total. It's nice to have 3 because then you can go into a map and try and get as much done as possible. As you can see in the top right, it says level 4. It means my base is level 4. The key to remember here is if you sell items to a specific faction, let's say Osiris, which is the faction that I have chosen. As you can see, I have a higher level guns that I can buy. If you sell something to them, let's say sell, and I want to sell this brittle titan ore, it not only gives you K-marks, but it gives you faction rep as well. So my advice to you would be pick one of these. ICA, a lot of people go for ICA. Sell to only that faction that you can gain the maximum amount of rep. One other thing to remember, a bonus tip here. If you, let's say, want to cancel a specific quest, let's go to Osiris, and you do not like either of these quests, right? I don't like hunting striders because I've done it 10 times, and I don't want to stash these optic glasses where they say I need to stash it. There's no way to currently, let's say, abandon it. You can see I can accept it, but I can't get another one. I can't get a free one. What you need to do, make sure you do not select a quest. When you then go to Fortuna, you die, you survive, it doesn't matter, and you come back to the space station, you're actually going to be in a position where these quests have reset. You need to understand, if you do have a quest selected for that faction, it's not going to give you new ones. So if you want a new one, it's important that you remember that. Why would you want a new one? Let's say they want you to give them 7 scrap metals for a specific quest, but your hideout requires 36 scrap metals for safe pocket level 4, which is the truth. It requires about 36 scrap metal. You do not want to waste giving them 6 scrap metal for a little bit of money and a little bit of rep. That would be really dumb. So you would want another quest. So the easy way to do it is deselect any contract that you have from them, go in and come out, and hopefully the next quest is much better. Now, logically, when we've talked about factions, the next question that comes to mind is, what is the best way to upgrade your rep for a faction by selling specific items? Where can I go and farm? I found a way to farm the maximum amount of rep with items that only weigh 1 kilogram. Very simple, very easy. First and foremost, if you do pick up these old medicines within the actual landscape, put it in your pocket, because this is hands down the best weight to rep ratio. I'm pretty sure that's about 30 rep for one old medicine sold. Let me see. We go sell, go all the way down, and we drag this over. You can see, yep, it is. So if I go, let's just go 1. It's, you get 100k marks, but you get 30 rep. Just to put that into comparison, if I put a gun in here, that's 187 rep, but this thing is worth a ton more. It weighs 50 kilograms, whereas that weighs 1 kilogram. Now this is just luck. There's no place to farm it. It's luck of where you pick it up. The item that you can actively farm, not on the normal map as much, but on the hard map, is this right here. Pale Ivy Blossoms. It weighs 1 kilogram. Let me just split it up for you to make it a little bit easier. We're gonna go, okay, 1, and we're gonna drag it in. It weighs 1 kilogram. You can see in the top right there. It gives you 20 rep, and it's 800k marks. So if I can, in essence, with my current pocket, pick up 20 of those flowers for 160 rep, and even if I die, I can still come out and get that rep. That is a massive amount of rep, and you can farm it and farm it and farm it. I'll go show you right now where I farm these and where you can get a lot of rep done. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So ladies and gentlemen, you are looking for the Ivy Blossoms. On the normal map, there are very few spots in the jungle where you can go and look on it. It normally even spawns on trees, so have a good look. Where I farm it specifically is on the hard map. You can farm it up here at the starport, in and around the trees, just above that R and the P. You can basically farm it on the trees there. There's not too many, but you're gonna find a lot of people here. Look at where I am, right at the bottom of the map on the left hand side. You'll see a compound here that does not have a name on it. Be very careful. This is a highly populated area in terms of very dangerous like creatures, and you will die quickly if you overstep. In this compound, in and around this compound, there are trees filled with 5, 6, 7 to 10, 15 Ivy Blossoms. Run in, grab it, run out. Don't try and fight it. Run in, grab it, run out, stuff it in your butt pocket, get out and get massive rep. For the very last bit of this beginner's guide, you're asking yourself, everybody's talking about insurance. If you go into this where you select hard or normal map, let's say you go to the hard map, this is where insurance is. The cost is 260k marks for what I have on. You'll see the like double tick mark on this, or you can put it off. It's important to understand that the payout only comes on your death. You do not get the items back. Listen to what I'm saying. You do not get the items back. You get K-marks back. If you do not die, you lose the 260k marks that you put up from that initial cost of insuring your item. So you do not get it back. So you don't get the resources back. It doesn't matter if nobody picks it up. You only get a slight payout from what you've insured for. You have to insure it every single time. So make sure, if that's what you want to do, that you need to do it. Important again, before I end this video, make sure that you do not get greedy. Sound in this game is a little bit bugged at the moment, and I'm not talking about bugged that you can't hear everybody. It's the exact opposite. You can hear everybody everywhere. Verticality in terms of sound, there's no differentiation between what's high and what's low. You can hear where they're coming from, but if you're running at the bottom or they're running at the top, you both can hear each other. If your bag is heavy, be aware of fall damage, please. You take a ton of fall damage. The heavier your bag is, the more fall damage you take, and the slower you will run, the slower it will be for your stamina to recharge. Be safe out there. I'll see you guys in the next one. Like I always say, gentlemen, laat ons gooi, manne, laat ons gooi. Leave comments below on what you would like me to cover. Follow me on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, The Jazz. I'll see you there. Be square. Thank you so much for your support. Peace. Just a bonus little tip for those of you that are still watching the video. If you find yourself and you need to run away from enemies, if the water is deep enough, up to roughly about your chest, when you sprint, you make no noise. Look at that. You make zero noise. So if you're trying to run away from someone, make sure that you can jump. You can see there, it's starting to make noise. If the water is deep enough, you can actually run away without making any noise.